From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the News 8 Daily 8 Podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update.
Hello, I'm Jeremy Jenkins, and this is your News 8 Daily 8 Podcast for Tuesday, April 2nd. Police are looking for the person responsible for killing a man during a shooting on the city's southwest side. IMPD says officers were called to Cap Street near West Morris in South Belmont just after 6:20 last night. Police say they found a man dead outside a home in the area. According to investigators, officers were also called to a report of a person barricaded inside a home in the same block. Right now, it's not clear if the two cases were connected. This is a developing story, so make sure you check Wish TV and wishtv.com for updates. Speaking of updates, we have learned more about a shooting we brought to you yesterday on Wish TV. The man shot and killed by an IMPD officer this weekend has been identified as 31-year-old Luis Duran Ruano. The shooting happened outside a home on the northwest side near 34th and Winton Avenue Sunday night. Police were first called to a different location on reports of someone firing shots into the air. After a short chase, police say Duran Ruano held a gun to his head. The SWAT team was called to calm the situation down. About an hour later, IMPD says they deployed non-lethal projectiles and the man started shooting, causing officers to fire back. Per the department's standard procedure, the 3 officers have been placed on paid administrative leave. Imagine living in an apartment thinking your utilities were included in your rent. You pay the bill on time every month, but one day you find that your utilities have been shut off and the money you paid was being sent to other bank accounts. That is the reality for residents of one Indianapolis apartment, and now a New Jersey man believed to be responsible is being charged. News 8's Danielle Zulkowski reports.
Documents from the Marion County Prosecutor's Office spell out 13 charges of business corruption and theft against a New Jersey man. It says he took utility payments but did not pay Citizens Energy Group, and utilities were cut off.
The prosecutor's office says Chom Puritz took utility payments from tenants at 4 affordable apartment complexes: Berkeley Commons, Capitol Place Apartments, Covington Square Apartments, and the Woods at Oak Crossing from October 2019 until April 2022, but did not pay Citizens Energy Group, forcing the utilities to be shut off in September 2022.
They shouldn't have had to go through this, and what they had to endure is unspeakable because, again, they were doing the right thing. And we're just talking about hardworking, everyday people who were paying their bills on time, and then they're told, hey, your utilities might be cut off.
The tenants at these apartments were paying their utility bills as a part of their rent payments, and were unaware the money was not going to Citizens Energy, but rather funneled into other accounts. Investigators say Puritz took over $1.6 million.
Really disheartening for the individuals who were involved in this case, who really had to endure a lot as other people, reap the financial benefits.
The investigators say the building owner was not in charge of the finances and ultimately was not implicated in the case.
What we're alleging, it ultimately ended up with him. And so not only do you have the criminal action, we've also filed a civil forfeiture action as well to hopefully be in a position to help make the city and some of the individuals involved in this case whole.
The city of Indianapolis stepped in and sent citizens back payments to restore service.
Prosecutors are working to extradite him back to Indianapolis. No word on when he will arrive. I'm Danielle Zulkowski for Wish TV, wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook for updates.
Let's talk sports. The NBA regular season is just about done, which means every game is important for playoff position. Head coach Rick Carlisle and the Pacers were looking to win back-to-back games at Gainbridge Fieldhouse last night. Things were off to a good start against the Brooklyn Nets. Obi Toppin was the slam dunk in the first quarter as the Pacers took a big lead early and never looked back. Indiana won easily, 133-111. After the game, the coach had praise for Obi Toppin's play.
We pushed it. We got stops. The ball moved. He took advantage of open opportunities, which was great. And when we're playing like that, fast and random, we can be tough to play against.
Right now, the Pacers are in 6th place in the East, 1 game ahead of the Miami Heat. They need to finish 6th or higher to get a bypass the NBA's play-in tournament for the postseason. When it comes to the weather, Storm Track 8 says you can expect some showers this morning with strong and severe storms arriving in the afternoon. Marcus Bailey has your News 8 Daily 8 forecast.
Let's start you off with radar. First, big picture, strongest line now in eastern Indiana. Weather Service has just added this one here for Decatur and Rush. Looks like it's a pretty good hailer right now, and we do have some wind gusts, we believe, especially on the southern edge of this around Greensburg, riding down I-74. But basically, it's kind of, at least the strongest part of this storm is just getting ready to cross over State Road 3, okay, between Rushville and Greensburg and Rush and Decatur counties. This warning will continue here till the bottom of the hour. Storm is moving east at 55 miles per hour. Not a ton of lightning, but certainly enough. It probably woke many of you up a little earlier than you would have liked. We have more thunder around the metro, but I can tell you this. If you're just now tuning in and you live here in the Indy metro area, everything that's falling is non-severe, and I don't anticipate we're going to see a lot of action here in terms of real nasty storms over the next few hours. Worst stuff is going to be along this line here and then likely in the southern portions or southwestern portions of the state. That's just for this morning. This afternoon, it's a different story, all right? And that's going to be a second separate wave coming through where we have a level 4 out of 5 in the red here, southeastern Indiana. The orange is a level 3 out of 5. Indy technically in a level 2 out of 5. But the key component here is all modes of severe weather in play. Hail, wind, and tornadoes, all a threat later this afternoon. 55 currently. Rain is falling at the airport. Cooler to the north into the 40s, warmer to the south into the 70s. That 70-degree weather is going to be heading our way later this afternoon. That's going to be fuel for some of these storms to evolve. This first wave is gone by around 9 o'clock this morning. We get a little bit of a lull. Maybe some sunshine to kind of destabilize the atmosphere here. And then after lunchtime through dinner time, you saw some of those isolated, discrete supercells developing. That is going to be the threat for severe weather between noon and around 6 or 7 o'clock this evening. Coming up, we're going to talk much more in detail about this severe weather risk for this afternoon. And boy, does it get cold in a hurry behind this system. We'll time it out of my Storm Track 8 forecast in just a few minutes.
To get a peek at the full forecast, just head over to wishtv.com or you can download the Wish TV Storm Track 8 app. And don't forget to check out our Storm Track 8 weather blogs. If you're looking for something to do, weather permitting, the Indianapolis Indians are set to play their home opener at Victory Field. The season will open against the Memphis Redbirds, and because it's Tuesday, that means dollar night at Victory Field. Hot dogs, Cracker Jacks, popcorn, and a few other select foods will be $1. First pitch is set for 6:35 tonight. This has been your News 8 Daily 8 podcast for Tuesday, April 2nd. I'm Jeremy Jenkins for Wish TV, wishtv.com, or follow us on Facebook for updates.
This is the News 8 Daily 8 podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update on demand. For even more, on demand and on the go. Connect with Wish TV on Facebook at wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening. And be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.